king.
You're right. I am a handsome king.
I'm so nervous, I think I'm going to explode.
My best friend, the king's apprentice.
My mouth drooping. I feel like it's
Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
The story of Wish begins with Asha, a bright, hopeful young woman living in the mountainous, star-kissed kingdom of roses, a place where wishes were once honored and magic filled the skies. Asha is not like the others in her village. She carries hope like a flame in her heart, always believing that a single wish could change her world for the better. From her earliest moments on screen, she is shown doing what others consider foolish, singing to the stars and dreaming not just for herself but for everyone she holds dear. Her optimism becomes infectious, and that is the core of what makes her journey so compelling. In Roses, the oppressive rule of King Magnifico has made hope scarce and trust even scarcer. And that contrast between despair and Asha's undying belief sets the emotional tone for the entire film. We watch as she navigates everyday challenges, from dealing with skeptical townsfolk to facing setbacks that would make most people abandon their dreams. Yet she perseveres, always looking up to the night sky where stars shimmer as if listening. The film introduces an extraordinary twist early on. When Asha's heartfelt plea to the stars summons an unexpected force, a literal star that plummets from the heavens and lands near her. This star, quickly named Star, is not just a glowing mass of light, but a quirky, curious, and expressive being with personality and emotions. Star communicates through glowing colors and musical tones that mimic speech patterns, creating a magical form of communication with Asha that feels both fresh and deeply emotional. Their bond forms the heart of the narrative, and through it, Wish explores themes of connection, belonging, and the power of believing in something bigger than one's fears. The arrival of Star shakes the very foundation of Roses, threatening the rigid control of King Magnifico, who views this celestial visitor as a danger to his authority and a challenge to the rigid logic he has imposed on his people, while Asha is guided by her vibrant belief. The film balances her story with the complexity of King Magnifico's character. Magnifico is not a one-dimensional villain. Rather, he embodies the fear of losing control, which he masks under the guise of maintaining order. His tyranny is born from a deep-seated insecurity, believing that if people rely on hope, they become unpredictable and uncontrollable. This misguided philosophy brings tension not merely because he is a ruler, but because he represents every voice that tells dreamers to stop dreaming. Yet the film doesn't shy away from showing that even someone as stern as Magnifico once had a spark of wonder buried beneath layers of fear. This nuanced portrayal makes his eventual confrontations with Asha emotionally charged, as they are not just battles of will but of ideology, faith in magic versus faith in control. As the plot unfolds, Asha and Star set out on a journey that takes them beyond the familiar cobblestone streets of Roses and into places filled with wonder and danger. They encounter dazzling landscapes where wishes once manifested in spectacular ways, ancient forests shimmering with bioluminescent flora, cascading crystal waterfalls that sing with hidden harmonies, and abandoned temples echoing with the laughter of past dreamers. These environments are more than backdrops. They are characters themselves, reflecting the emotional states of the protagonists and the world's fading belief in magic. In these moments, the animation thrives, blending emotion with spectacle in a way that feels immersive and earnest, transporting viewers into a world where every glimmering detail has meaning. Interwoven with the fantastical journey is the growth of Asha's understanding of what hope truly means. Initially, her belief in wishes is personal and idealistic, buoyed by her passion to uplift others. But as obstacles mount and tension escalates, she learns that hope is not just about wishing for a better future, but also about taking responsibility for making that future real. Her relationship with Star becomes the catalyst for this transformation. Star, capable of immense power but limited by fear and uncertainty about its place in the world, begins to mirror Asha's own doubts. Together they must learn that courage isn't the absence of fear, but the choice to act in spite of it. These emotional beats give the film a depth that resonates beyond its vibrant visuals, speaking to universal experiences of growth, vulnerability, and shared strength. the voice cast that brings these characters to life, plays a crucial role in grounding the emotional core of the film. Asha's voice carries both strength and tenderness, delivering moments of heartfelt conviction with an earnest intensity that makes her instantly relatable. Star's expressive musical language, paired with subtle vocal undertones, gives the character an enchanting presence without relying on conventional dialogue. The performance of King Magnifico is equally compelling. His voice shifts seamlessly between commanding authority and revealing glimpses of hidden fear and longing. Supporting characters, from village friends who doubt then uplift Asha to mystical beings they meet along the journey, all add layers to the story, creating a tapestry of voices that enrich the narrative world and deepen the viewer's connection to the film's emotional stakes. In addition to its stunning animation and heartfelt voice performances, the music of Wish plays a central role in shaping the film's atmosphere. Songs woven throughout the story aren't merely interludes, they are emotional expressions that advance the plot and reveal the internal landscapes of the characters. Asha's musical numbers range from joyful celebrations of belief to somber reflections on loss and uncertainty, creating a dynamic, emotional rhythm that guides the audience through her growth. Star's musical motifs, shimmering and otherworldly, feel like echoes of the cosmos itself, reinforcing the film's theme of connection between the human spirit and the vastness of the universe. The score underscores every emotional pivot, from soaring moments of triumph to quiet scenes of introspection, making the music an inseparable part of the film's storytelling fabric. Since the film's announcement, fans of animated storytelling and lovers of magical narratives have expressed excitement for how Wish revisits classic themes of hope and wonder while presenting them in a fresh, contemporary context. The idea of a character literally connecting with a star captured the imagination of audiences eager for stories that blend fantasy with heartfelt human emotion. Early glimpses of concept art, character designs, and teaser visuals sparked conversations about the film's aesthetic, a vibrant world that feels both timeless and inspired by modern creativity. Viewers anticipated how the film would balance humor, heart, and spectacle, seeking a narrative that speaks to both children and adults, offering layers of meaning that can be appreciated on multiple levels. The anticipation built around Wish was not just about the visual feast, but about what its message could bring to a world where hope sometimes feels hard to hold on to. The release of Wish became an event for many families and fans of animation, drawing audiences who longed for stories that celebrate the power of dreams. From the opening weekend to its continued discussions among viewers, the film has prompted conversations about what it means to believe. Social media became a space where people shared favorite moments, expressed how Asha's determination inspired them, and debated the deeper themes of courage and resilience. The character of Star, with its luminous presence and emotional connection to Asha, became a symbol for the idea that light can be found even in the darkest moments. Discussions explored how the film uses fantasy to reflect real emotional journeys, and many viewers found themselves moved by the idea that hope is not passive, but an active force that can shape reality. When paired with courage, critics and storytellers alike noted how the film's visuals and narrative structure paid homage to classic animated tales of magical quests while carving its own identity. The blending of ancient myth with emotional realism allowed the film to stand out, offering a world that felt both familiar and strikingly new. The animation team's attention to detail, the way starlight glimmers on water, how expressions shift subtly in moments of emotional vulnerability, and how every musical beat aligns with narrative beats was praised for creating an immersive experience. Reviewers highlighted how the film's pacing balanced high-energy adventure with quieter, introspective moments, allowing audiences time to breathe, reflect, and connect with the characters' inner worlds. The humor woven throughout softened the tension without undercutting the stakes, giving Wish a tonal balance that appeals to a wide range of viewers. Many viewers were particularly moved by the film's message about community and shared belief. Asha's journey is not just personal. It becomes a catalyst for her village and beyond to remember the power of collective dreams. Rosas, once a place weighed down by fear, begins to rediscover joy, wonder, and unity as people are reminded that hope can be reborn when shared rather than kept hidden. This theme sparked discussions on how stories, even animated ones, can influence real-world perspectives about adversity, reminding audiences that collective resilience can bring about meaningful change. The narrative suggests that when individuals lift each other up, the entire community becomes stronger, an idea that resonated deeply with many who saw reflections of their own experiences in the film's emotional arc. Since its release, Wish has also inspired fan art, music compositions, and creative interpretations across various platforms, showing how deeply its themes have touched audiences. Many